Hey, everybody. My name is Matt, and welcome to the Real Three Idiots podcast. With me, as always, is Teddy.
Hey, kids. How you doing?
There's Ted. No way any kids would listen to this show. What kind of psychotic person would let their kids listen?
It was just a rhetorical. We know we're talking to adults.
Ted, I'm talking to you. I don't know. I'm talking to any adults right now. Oh, gosh. And our producer, Mr. Cheese.
Hey.
That's your new nickname, Mr. Cheese.
All right.
Oh, really?
Nothing I can do about it, but not even gonna
cut the cheese, or just
I honestly thought he would object more. Okay, cool. Fuck it. Your name's Mr. Cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the world's worst nickname.
He's very submissive. What's next? What's next? You could say that.
You know what's next? Dave staying and facing you and backing away when this is over. Just backing away so he doesn't turn and give you like a victim's pose.
Yeah. Butthole to the corner.
And Dave, you notice how I called you a producer? Because that sounds a little bit better than guy who adjusts the volume and presses record.
I appreciate that.
All right, that's the kind of guy I am. We want to thank everyone who listens on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Audible. And we want to welcome all our listeners on our newest streaming service, JioSaavn. They are one of the largest streaming services in India.
Thank you, India. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers. We are worldwide. Yeah. Teddy, take a guess. How many people are in India?
2 billion.
Very close. 1.5 billion people in India. Yeah,
that's impressive. And I love cricket, by the way. It's a national sport.
Yeah. You know what, Teddy? You and I were talking that we just saw that awesome movie called Zero, starring Bollywood stars Shah Rukh Khan, and you said how much you liked that.
Yes, I was impressed.
Yeah, and Dave, I believe you said you cried for 2 days after seeing it.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So wow, and Teddy, you do watch Bollywood movies, right?
Yeah, actually, the last I'm not sure if it won the Academy Award, the Oscar, but that one, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It was based in India, where they bring this poor kid from the Indian slums on the game show, and the game show is actually rigged, so he gives the wrong answer, but he's so smart that he actually gives the right answer.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yep.
Great movie. Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? TV show.
Excuse me.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Thank you, Dave.
Movie about poor kids in India.
Slumdog Millionaire. But that movie was brilliant.
Wait,
it was brilliant.
He gave the wrong answer?
No. He goes on the show
right
with the best of intentions, but the game show host is a little bit corrupt, and he's trying to give him hints as if he's giving him the right answer, like behind the scenes, but he's actually giving him the wrong answer, so he loses. But the kid's too smart for that, so he actually gives the right answers and ends up, winning the show. So it's pretty, and among other things, of course, it's more about a fight against the human condition, of course, in India. But it was a pretty impressive movie. Actually, one of the most impressive movies I've seen. Seriously, it was a great movie.
Sorry, I just fell asleep real quick.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, Ted. I love that. You know what? Why don't we just make this about the world's worst? We'll just make this show all about the world's worst fucking movies, and you can give us a synopsis of all of them.
My Dinner with Andre.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? I just want to say that we're super excited that it's possible we have listeners in India right now, and it's English speaking, and 1.5 billion. So if we can get 10% of that, that's a lot. That's a lot.
And if we can get one person to email us just about anything, that would be a huge breakthrough.
Well, we you know what, Teddy? We have gotten a few emails. We actually won. Oh no. There's actually a guy, a prince in Africa, who just needs $10,000, and we're going to get 10 million.
Wait, he's in Nigeria?
Yeah, he is.
An internet cafe.
Did I already tell you this? Yeah,
internet cafe is his palace.
Yeah, he just needs $10,000, and then he can secure his money, and then you and I will have 10 million bucks. We'll give Dave, a couple bucks.
Sure. I'm going to take out a 401k loan right now and get it to you in the morning.
Oh, I already did. You don't have to. It's all good. Yeah, it seemed completely legit. So, all right. Before we get started, I need to mention that the entire show is sponsored by Nearly Foods, and we have a couple of new products for the show. I'll go ahead and do the first one if you don't mind. The newest offering from Nearly Foods is Nearly Apple Juice. Nearly Apple Juice is made from the highest quality things. If you're diabetic, suffer from high blood pressure, obesity, cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, or duodenum cancer, you can still have Nearly Apple Juice because it contains no apples and no juice from any fruit known to man. In a blind taste test, almost all of the blind people chose Nearly Apple Juice over other things that could be considered food. Nearly Apple Juice contains 100% of your vitamin Z requirements. Try Nearly Apple Juice today if you absolutely have to. Oh, you know what? I just had some. That is good stuff. Those are good things in it.
It's definitely not Sunny Delight.
It's definitely not Sunny Delight. Okay, Teddy, I know you're not prepared, so I'm excited about this. I want to start every show with Ted's tips for 20s. So, Teddy, what is your tip for the 20s today?
Well, that was a curveball because I wasn't expecting that so early, but kudos for throwing that one out there.
All right, let's see.
Stalling. I do have the deer in the headlights look, Dave, by the way, because I'm thinking about this. No, seriously, what we're going to talk about today, back in the day, not that I'm dating myself, but there were no dating apps back in the day when
Hold on a second. Can I just interrupt Ted's tips for 20s?
There wasn't a telephone, by the way,
yeah.
Dave.
This would be the only guy that would actually have sex. The only person who would actually have sex with you. Sorry, Ted. Is yourself. So you could date yourself. I could see that.
Sure. That's why this is a completely harmless.
Okay.
harmless
So
tip.
sorry. So wow. Okay. The other ones were harmful.
Because it's more subjective than anything, right?
All right. Sorry. I did not mean to interrupt. And we're back to Ted's tips for 20s.
So Dave, back in the day, I had to walk to school 5 miles barefooted in the snow because there were no cars, there were no cell phones, there were no landline phones, Dave. I think there was a rotary phone.
How the fuck would a cell phone help you to walk to school?
I couldn't call for help. I couldn't call AAA. So,
where did you go to school that you needed help?
Anyway, so my tip for 20s is I know there's a lot of, with these dating apps. I know there's a lot of reindeer games going on with these dating apps. Dave, we got ghosting, we got breadcrumbing, we got dial toning. You know what that stuff is, right?
I have. Pause. Breadcrumbing?
You don't know what breadcrumbing is?
I don't.
Okay,
Nope.
You know what ghosting is, right?
You just don't show up. I don't know.
Yeah, ghosting is more like you're talking to them and you just disappear. That's like poof, you're Casper, you're gone, right? That's ghosting. Breadcrumbing is you kind of lead them along, like Hansel and Gretel through the forest with the trail, and then you disappear. So I guess it's another form.
Wait, didn't Hansel and Gretel die?
I think they got eaten by a witch.
Okay, so if you lead someone on and then you eat them, that's breadcrumbing. Got it. Okay. So,
or you're the ogre from Shrek. I don't know. It's one of the others.
Okay. So sorry. Go ahead. I'm ruining Ted's tips for 20s.
Do you know what dial toning is?
Mm-mm.
I just found this out recently. So dial toning is you give somebody your number.
Yeah.
Or they give you your number, and then you never call them. So it doesn't make any sense.
Do you remember the reject hotline?
What?
So there was a fake number, and you could give it to a girl. A girl might have given it to you. This may or may not have happened to me. But they give you the number, and then you call it, and it's a pre-recorded message saying you have dialed the
yeah. I think I remember that.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. I think it was a South Dakota area code. Yeah, where they basically, they kind of rub it in. No, but this one is just like dial toning. They give you like a number and then it's like, hey, call me, and you call them, and they just never answer the phone, so it's not that dramatic. But yeah, it's like Jenny 867-52309. It's just it's a made up number. Just like in the movies when someone gives you a number in the movies, they always go 555-5555 because some idiot in real life is actually going to call that number, so they have to do 555 prefix.
I'm honestly surprised when they do stuff in the movies.
Right? You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised when they do stuff in the movies that there's not a disclaimer like there is in a commercial. Like I saw a commercial, right? And the guy just jumps off a building and he flies. And I don't know what it is. It's like a candy commercial or whatever. And on the bottom it says, "Do not jump off buildings. You will not fly." And I'm just thinking, stop telling people that.
Yeah, and I'm like, bullshit. I'm going to try to fly,
But I mean, do you think the stupid people are even looking at the bottom of this? There's just a guy who's running to his roof, right? To go, I can fly. I believe I can.
Or the car that can go through the water, or they say this is a simulation. Yeah, not actually do this in real life. Yeah.
Right. Who is that for? No one's looking. I only look at that stuff when a commercial comes on to say, I can't believe they're disclaimering that. Like they show a little kid picking his nose. It's like if you stick your finger too far up your nose, you will get brain. Okay, so I'm sorry, Teddy. What is your actual tip? Now that you've told us all the things we can do to all the things that have happened to you to be led on so you don't get laid, what is your actual tip?
Okay, so my tip, and this isn't probably the best tip in the world, but okay, you're talking to somebody, you build up a good rapport on the internet, of course, Dave, not in real life, and yeah, they're telling you what you want to hear and blah blah blah, and it's all it's all roses and and then all of a sudden
roses and yes. Okay.
And then all of a sudden they just disappear on you when you think you've had something going and you're ready to progress to the next. So actually there's no actual plans made. We're not like talking about. We're not. Yeah. You have narcolepsy again? Is that what
no, Ted. It's induced by boredom.
Extreme boredom.
Ted, get to your fucking point.
The point is get over it. That's the point. Get over it. Okay. Someone talks to you, and then they disappear. You know what? You don't know why they disappeared. They could have another girlfriend, a boyfriend. They could be bored. They could just have some downtime, and they're just toying with you. We don't really know. The point is, don't read too much into it, kids.
Don't get obsessed over it. Just move on.
Yeah, just move on.
Rub one out, move on.
Perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Post-nut clarity.
There you go. Do some angry masturbating, right? When you're done, punch yourself in the face. Yeah. And then okay. All right, I like that.
Don't spend too much emotional capital on one person on a dating app because you could get let down, Just like you've been let down before.
Ted, I've been let down. You know what?
He's trying to turn that around on you.
Yeah, Ted.
You see how I pivoted on that one?
You know what? One person has let me down, I don't know, for about the last 15 years. I don't know who, but
your golf coach?
No, Teddy, my golf coach is proud. My handicap keeps getting lower. Your golf coach has committed suicide 3 times. Same guy killed himself 3 fucking times. Oh my God! All right, well, thank you, Ted. And anyone who was hoping for good Ted tips from 20s, you were disappointed today, but next week maybe it'll be better.
It's possible.
Not really. All right, Teddy. Our goal today is that since you are now officially running for president, I think it's important that people get an idea of what you stand for, okay?
Yes.
I was thinking we could give people a look into your mind. Would that be a problem?
It might be, but I'll try anyway.
Well, hold on. Let me. I'm going to take a quick peek. Dave, if you want to step back, I'm going to take a quick peek into Ted's mind. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Okay, well, you know what? There's room for improvement.
Was that his mind or his butthole?
Sound like the Mojave Desert at night.
Yeah, that's your mind, Ted. The Mojave. You know what? That'll make it easy for everybody at home who's listening. Just picture the Mojave Desert, a complete empty space, a couple of tumbleweeds, a little bit of breeze, and that's like talking to Ted for an hour. All right. Well, here, I thought we start by looking at some presidents of the past and some world leaders and see what they did well and what you can use and maybe what they did badly and what you could try not to do. Okay? So have you thought at all about someone you might be interested in emulating and bringing their expertise or knowledge to your presidency?
Well, sure. Let me start with some world leaders first versus current presidents. Yeah, so I mean, these probably aren't the most popular world leaders of all time, but I'm going to start with Napoleon and Hitler, Dave. Okay, because even though they're not popular,
wait a minute,
they're not popular. I know we can't.
Fuck.
Can we say the word Hitler on the air? Can we say that?
Well, you said it twice. Because Ted, listen. We can literally say anything. Okay, we can say anything at all. So go ahead, Teddy. Hit us with Napoleon and Hitler.
Okay, so Dave, the main thing with those guys is don't invade Russia in the wintertime. So if you want to expand your empire and be there for 1,000 years, whatever the Reichstag is, for 1,000 years, which lasted about 20 years, by the way, don't invade Russia in the wintertime because that's a fail. Because if world history is your guide, when you go into Russia and the winter hits, your army's going to lose.
So Ted, you've literally, if we were to go to war, if you become president, we go to war with Russia.
Yes.
You've literally given your strategy away. I mean, they're just going to, restock in the winter because they know you're too much of a pussy to attack in the winter.
Well, I just said with ground troops. I didn't say with other means. I mean, we could drop a bomb on them. We could nuke them. So I mean, I'm not saying send in actual people in there to go to Moscow or Stalingrad or Leningrad or St. Petersburg.
Wow.
This
So
is modern times.
Okay, so you're gonna start your presidency by dropping a bomb on Russia. That's gonna be your plan.
No, not Russia per se, but I'm just saying.
We can bomb the fuck out of somebody. I mean, geez, let's just start off with a bang, man.
I mean, we just start with the Taliban. Just get it over with. I mean, they're not going to fight back.
I don't think that's a country, bro. You can't just Taliban.
Well, I mean, they're already. I mean, you know the expression, we're going to bomb someone in the